We've all experienced jobs that did not quite fit what we wanted to do with our lives. Some of us had fast food jobs in high school while others babysat. After graduating high school, I began to go to school for accounting and worked full-time at a tax firm. I remember sitting at a small desk all day, wishing I could get up and move around. I felt as though I was glued to that desk for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I felt I needed a change in atmosphere, and I'd first applied for Chipotle as a second job to make some extra money. For several months, I was working 60 to 80 hours a week and was very unhappy with where I was at in my life. I eventually quit my job at the tax office and began working for Chipotle full-time. Being on my feet and interacting face-to-face with customers and coworkers made me realize that I did not want to have a boring desk job for the rest of my life. Today I'm going to be talking about confidence in the workplace, being a team leader, and my goals for the future. To start my journey, Chipotle gave me all the confidence I needed to be able to properly speak to others. As a kid, I was extremely shy and was terrified to talk to other people. Part of me is still shy to this day, but my career field has taught me how to be outgoing. Moving up in the company from a crew member to a service manager also motivated me to be able to speak up for myself and voice my opinion when needed. Part of my job is to manage the shift and make sure each customer has a great experience. And speaking to customers every day has opened me up into a social butterfly. Chipotle has also taught me how to present myself professionally, whether I'm replying to an email or speaking face-to-face with someone higher up in the company. Being part of the management team in Chipotle also means training someone new who joins the team. There's no better person to learn from than someone who has worked their way up through every position and knows the restaurant off the back of their hand. Training has also helped me with my speaking because I need to know how to speak my knowledge on Chipotle and their expectations. Recently, the restaurant that I am a manager at just had a visit from corporate. These higher-up bosses came to our store to test our knowledge and capabilities. I was extremely nervous to talk to them because I wanted them to believe in my abilities. I made sure to speak with my general manager ahead so I knew what answers they were looking for. This was my first time ever speaking to the corporate leaders, and I did not want to mess up my chance at making a first great impression. I had a hard time with stuttering when nervous, and I was scared it may slip up. And I decided that if I did stutter, I was going to speak clearly and with confidence. I ended up having a great first impression on the leaders and nailed every question they had thrown my way. And this had given me a huge confidence boost. After all the intense training I had been through, managing a Chipotle is my biggest goal right now with the company. So far, I'm currently at my second location. I transferred from my home location because I felt as though I would never be given the chance to make something of myself. When I was given the opportunity to transfer to a new store, I took it immediately. I've been at my new Chipotle for over a year now and love the atmosphere. I was originally brought into this store because of a change in management. The general manager before left the restaurant in terrible condition, and part of my responsibility was to bring the store back up to model and bring in more business. I was able to take some of my knowledge from my previous store and make changes that would benefit the store in the end. And through this adventure, I noticed that each location teaches in their own unique way. I want to be able to run a restaurant that is welcoming to everyone, and I also want to incorporate various learning styles to cater to everyone's needs. I'm also a strong believer in the phrase, "Work with me, not work for me." I molded my management style around this phrase. I do not want to be the type of manager that delegates tasks for everyone else to do while I do nothing. I am constantly side by side with my coworkers doing the same jobs they are doing. I felt as though this style makes employees feel as though they are not doing all the work themselves. Chipotle has also supplied me with the knowledge I need to properly run a restaurant. I'm certified in food safety, which gives me the ability to serve safe and delicious food. Chipotle has also given me extensive knowledge on customer service and when to make something right. Since I was young, I grew up in the restaurant business. My parents had owned a pizza restaurant for half of my life. I remember spending countless summers working there for my dad and learning how the business worked. piece of me had always wanted to be in the service industry, and I want to follow in my dad's footsteps. Growing up in this atmosphere taught me responsibility and a great work ethic. Although I am far from my dream, I am still going to be motivated to be the best I can be and work hard towards the goals that I have set for myself. I plan on continuing to work towards these goals every day by working hard on my speaking and my professionalism.